It looks like I'm getting better at this. At least this time I have an image. I hope I have audio too. I guess I can check. We have audio or not? Okay, we do have audio. Okay. favorite thing to tap. This one's my favorite thing to tap. I just love the sound. And it's so pretty. I just love the sound. And it's so pretty. Pretty notebooks. My problem is that I'm always too scared to actually use them. Too scared to actually use them. Because I'm always worried that if I write in them, it's just gonna look ugly. If I write in them, it's gonna look ugly. End up not really using them. Then I end up having not really using them. It's like decoration. Decoration. This notebook in particular, I have had for, I believe, at least 2 years now. I still have not a single page of it. Because it's so pretty. I'm scared of making it ugly. I'm not silly. But I can't help it. I will say, it was also pretty expensive. That makes me want to use it even less. Because it makes me want to use it with my ugly hand. But it does make wonderful sounds, I think. I apologize for the barking. This is the apartment. The walls are thin as paper. You hear everything. Let's hope the barking stops soon. But I'm proud of myself I managed to have audio. I'm proud of myself. The image both working. I managed to have audio, and unlike last time, image both working. It took me forever to get it to work. Unlike last time, it took me forever to get it to work because I wanted to make sure that I get everything running properly. Because I wanted to make sure that I get everything running properly. Last time before I start. Get entertainment by black screen and white noise. Get entertainment by black screen and white noise. At least I hope everything is working. I think everything is working. At least I hope everything is working. At least when I tried to check with my own YouTube account, it seemed to be working. At least when I tried to check with my own YouTube account, it seemed to be working. Makes even better sounds when there's actual perfume. Makes even better sounds when there's actual perfume. Actually, let me see. I might still have some. Actually, let me see. And the other one might still have some. And the other one. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to do the thing it did last time. Let's see if I can get it to do the thing it did. It's a bit of a funny sound, I think. It's a bit of a funny sound, I think. some more water. Let's get some more water. There's something barking again. I'm sorry. There's something barking again. There's a lot of dogs in my apartment complex, so usually it's really hard to find the time when none of them are barking. It's really hard to. Usually there's always barks coming from somewhere. Usually there's always barks coming from somewhere. Hopefully the barking will stop soon. Hopefully the barking will stop soon. Hello, my sweeties. Hello, my sweeties. Happy Easter. I hope you guys got to celebrate today. I was at work. I hope you guys had no celebrations for me. I was at work, but it's okay. So no celebrations. This is my celebration. But it's okay. This is my celebration. Who needs a party when they can have ASMR instead, right? Who needs a party when they can have ASMR instead, right? But I hope you're all well. I hope that you had a good day. Or maybe you still have a good day, depending on what time it is for you. Or maybe you still have a good day, depending on what time it is for you. I'm very sorry, I don't know why there's so much barking today. I feel like the day is worse than usual. I'm very sorry, I don't know why there's so much barking today. I feel like the day is worse than usual. Can't be going on forever, they gotta be tired eventually. Hopefully, can't be going on forever, they gotta be tired. I'm not even sure which apartment it's coming from. Not even sure. I don't know which apartment it's coming from, but I'm very sorry about that. I don't know, but I'm very sorry about that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Akila. It's just press on nails, actually. Thank you. Thank you, Akila. I tried, it's just press on nails, actually. More long term. I tried, but I just couldn't deal with it. Wearing nails. More long term. At work, I have to type on a computer. But I just couldn't deal with it. But I also have to lift and carry stuff. I have to type on a computer. Just always get in the way. But I also have to lift and carry stuff. So now I just have a whole box of press-on nails. So now I kind of just use them either for cosplay or for ASMR. And I kind of just use them. But I do envy all the people who have jobs or somehow have jobs like mine, but just aren't bothered by the long nails. Have jobs. How do you guys do it? I want jobs like mine, but just aren't bothered by the long nails. But if you like those, how do you guys do it? I want to actually got them on sale. So, but if you like those, it's like an actually got them on sale. Pearl white. Look. It's like a nice pearl white. Look. This is a vintage porcelain perfume bottle. This is I don't have actual perfume in here right now. It's just water. Porcelain perfume bottle. But it still looks very cute. I don't have actual perfume in here right now. It's just water. It makes a bunch of different sounds. But it still looks very cute. It makes a bunch of different sounds. But let's see what else we have. I'm always coming back to this notebook. But let's see what else we have. I just think it's so pretty. And the texture makes for some really nice sounds as well. I'm always coming back to this notebook. I just think it's so pretty. And the texture makes for some really nice sounds as well. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but my thing with pretty notebooks is that I never want to write in them. Because I'm just scared of my handwriting looking bad. And in my head it's like, oh, if my handwriting is bad. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. It's true. My thing with pretty notebooks is that it's very to write in them. Because I'm just scared my brain has been looking bad. Believing for a long time now. In my head it's like, even when I was little, oh, if my handwriting is bad, the whole notebook is ruined. But who knows, maybe one day I'll start writing in it. But it's something that maybe I'll regret it. But maybe I won't for a long time now. Even when I was little. But who knows, maybe one day I'll start writing. I hope you guys are all cozied up now, and maybe after a long day of work, or a long day of celebrating, who knows. But if you'd like, feel free to share what you've been up to today. Cozied up now, maybe a long day of work, or a long day of celebrating, who knows. But if you'd like, feel free to share what you've been up to today. I have been at work, and before work I walked the dog. Then I came home from work. I ate some strawberries. Before work I walked the dog, and I did when I came home from work some YouTube videos. I ate some strawberries. So that's been my day, and I did watch not overly exciting, but it's alright. Exciting enough for me. So that's been my day for a random day of the week. Not overly exciting, but what's really exciting is that it's my day off tomorrow. Exciting enough. So that means it's for a random video recording time. I'll be recording. What's really exciting is that it's my day course, for my Thursday on my channel. So that means I will also be recording my first member exclusive video. I'll be recording one video, so I'm looking forward to doing that and sharing it for my Thursday on my channel, my Sweeteas. And I will also be recording my first member exclusive video. So I'm looking forward to doing that and sharing it. I'm actually not entirely sure which video I'm going to record for this week. I have not one but 2 scripts ready. One is for my Hermes video I'm going to record for this Epic, the musical. I have not one. The other one scripts ready is part 2 is for my Hermes to last week's video from Epic, the musical. The other one is part 2 to last week's video. I have yet to decide which of the scripts I'm going to record over the next 2 days. But I'm always looking forward to decide which of the scripts I'm going to My days off are my ASMR recording days and my editing days. And I can't wait to share it with you guys and see if you like it. My days off are my ASMR recording days and my editing days. I've seen that there is a lot of love for my latest video from last week and see if you like it. It makes me very happy. It feels very rewarding. I've seen that there is a lot of love for my latest video from last week, so I am looking forward to see it. It feels very rewarding. If you like my next video too. So I do also want to stream more often now. But this being my first proper stream. I have done one stream before that. I also want to stream more often, and pretty much was only to just figure out how it even works, how to set everything up. One stream before that. So the first, I think 15 minutes of that stream, figure out not getting the camera and the audio to work, how to set everything up. But I learned. So the first, I've been better today. Minutes of that stream, not getting the camera and audio to work. The more often I do it, the more comfortable I'll be with it, and the better I'll be at it. I've been better today. So currently my goal is to make at least one stream each month. The better I'll be at it. But if I have the time for it and if I feel like it, I think I'll stream more than just once a month. My goal is to make at least we'll see. One stream each month. But if I have the time for it and if I feel like it, I think I'll stream more than just once a month too. But we'll see. Is from Trader Joe's. I love stuff from Trader Joe's. I always go there when I want to treat myself. My favorite thing is their mochi ice cream stuff from Trader Joe's and the green tea flavor. I always go there when I want to treat myself. But when I went there the other day, mochi ice cream was sold out and the green. I was very sad. But And I went there the other day. Not gonna leave empty-handed, so I thought, hey, I'll try something new. And I tried Trader Joe's lemon elderflower soda. I'll try sparkling beverage flavored with lemon juice and elderflower essence. A lemon elderflower soda. And I like it. Sparkling beverage flavored with lemon juice and elderflower tart lemon plus fragrant elderflower equals a fizzy, perfectly sweet and refreshing soda. Fragrant elderflower equals a fizzy, it was quite nice, refreshing soda. I'll probably get it again sometime. I'll have to read it was quite nice. I'll probably get it again sometime. Actually, I lied. There was one crazy thing that happened today at work. Actually, I lied. There was one crazy thing. A parking garage next to the building where I work. And apparently a parking garage. There was a fire next to the building. Luckily, though, my car's alright. It was parked in the same parking garage, but there was a fire one level above where the fire was. My car's alright. It was parked in the same parking garage, but I saw the damage when I left after work where the fire was. And apparently 3 cars. But I saw the damage when I left. And it looked pretty bad. So, and apparently I wonder why it caught fire. I've heard of electric cars where like the batteries, I wonder why it explode or something. I've heard of, but I don't know if that was the reason or not. Like the batteries that explode or something. Couldn't even really see what kind of cars it was after. I don't know if that was the reason. So maybe I'll find out tomorrow what kind of cars it was. We'll see. Actually, I'm off tomorrow, so maybe I'll find out tomorrow Wednesday. We'll see. I'm off tomorrow, so maybe I'll find out on Wednesday. But yeah, that's the crazy thing that happened to me today. Yeah, not exactly pleasant, I guess, but you know, something happening after all. Pleasant, I guess, but you know, something happening after all. But I have been dealing with allergies lately. And my allergies mostly manifest in my throat. So it's like, and my allergies mostly manifest in my throat, and I can't get it out. So it's like there's something stuck in my throat, and I can't get it out. I've taken some medicine, so I hope that those allergies will leave me alone for the rest of the stream. So I hope that those allergies will leave me alone for the rest of the stream. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream. I was thinking probably like 1 to 2 hours. I'm gonna stream. Kind of seeing how things go. Like 1 to 2 hours. Who might join? Who might show how things go? Who might join? And then just kind of go from there. And then just kind of go from there. If it looks like I'm looking down a lot, that's because the phone, which is my camera, is up here, and down here, that's my laptop, where I see up here the stream and the chat. And I tried to set it up so it's closed, the stream and the chat, but I wasn't really able to do it in a way where it doesn't look like I'm looking down. So, but I wasn't really able to do it in a way where it doesn't look like. I apologize for that. I apologize. I'm not trying to look away from you. I'm just trying to have an eye on the chat to see if anyone's joining and saying something. Have an eye on the chat to see if anyone's joining and saying something. All of that. This is a little face mask. This is a little face mask. Water pearls. Like Orbeez, I think you call them water pearls. Like Orbeez, they're very small. But they're very small. But I like squishing them. It's very satisfying. This is a sticker album. Inside I collect all kinds of cute stickers. Most of them are made by small artists. That's also something I like to support. Small artists without having to spend a whole lot of money. Let me show you. First, we have this page. I call it Animals with Food page. Let me show you what we have here. Here we have capybara. In a bunch of water with oranges floating around it in the water and one on top of its head. Here we have a beautiful looking around the bowl with a tiny bunny inside. It's covering itself with a fried egg, like a blanket. we have a little otter taking a bath in a bowl of milk and Fruit Loops. And right here, we have a cute Shiba Inu holding on to a sushi roll. And lastly, there's this little creature. I'm not sure what happened with this. It's stuck inside a cup. That's my animals with food collection. On the next page is my duck collection with all my stickers of ducks. We have a little baby duck, little duckling with a flower blossom as a little hat. Isn't it cute? Then we have this duck dressed up in a bathing suit and a little shark fin on its back. Then we have this duck with flowers around its head. And up here is a duck that is dressed up as a dark mage. Now this one next to it, I think is my favorite of my duck stickers, because it is a duck. And a crow together. I love ducks and I love crows, so I love this one. Next to it, on the next page are my pigeon stickers. I know a lot of people hate pigeons, but I really like pigeons. I think pigeons are super cute. They're so cute. I've raised a bunch of baby pigeons before, and they are the cutest. They're not the prettiest, I'll admit, but they're so cute. Then we also have a little random snail. A random snail sticker down here with a snail holding a paintbrush. And next to it is this kind of random dog sticker that I just got because I thought it was cute. Now next up, these ones are fun. It's animals with knives. It's a very silly concept, but I find it oddly charming. So we have a little kitty cat with a knife. We have a little bunny rabbit with a knife. We have a tiny hamster with a knife. And of course, an incy-wincy mouse with a knife. I also have a duck with a knife. Duck with a knife. A frog with a knife. And then a tiny axolotl with a giant butcher's knife. For some reason. Kind of cursed, but I think it's cute. Here on the next page, I have a cute sticker set of frogs. just a bunch of frogs. We have a little frog and a kettle, a little frog on top of a book, a little frog riding with a feather quill, a little frog just sitting there with a hat, a little frog carrying a backpack filled with mushrooms, a little frog on a lily pad, a little frog holding a stick or magical wand, a little cup with some flowers and some individual mushrooms, a little frog just sitting there all content, a little frog gifting you a flower, and a little frog with a whole backpack of flowers for you. Aren't these just charming little frogs? Next up are some animals, like a collection of animals that I thought was really cute. We have a mammoth, little mammoth. We have a dodo bird, We have a little bunny rabbit with deer horns, deer antlers. I know a lot of have cute little toucans, but I really like pigeons. I think pigeons. And we have this adorable little sloth. And lastly, just this tiny yeti. I've raised a bunch. I don't know why the yeti was part of the set, but we have cute little. It's cute toucan. It's a cute yeti toucan. And we have this adorable little sloth. And lastly, just this tiny yeti is dedicated to the yeti with ducks and stickers. Because I love. It's a cute accents. We have this little one, which is just like a little slinky dog. Now this page, and these two tiny, is dedicated to bags and stickers that I accidentally ordered in a size too small. I wanted bigger bags, and I didn't read, so they arrived in our teeny tiny. It's just like a little slinky but dog. Still cute. So this one here, and this one with a cute yellow ring that it says accidentally ordered in a size too small. Because my dachshund doesn't like rain either. Teeny tiny. Cute. So this one here. And here I have a page of fox stickers, Fennec stickers. I don't like rain. It's just a bunch of them. Because my dachshund doesn't like rain either. I think they're all very cute. Here I have a page of fox stickers, Fennec stickers. It's just a bunch of them. These ones have nice textures. I think they're all very cute. Just really like the dotted texture of these ones have nice textures. Really like the dotted texture of these. And little kittens with flowers, kittens and butterflies. And here we have some more kitties. Kittens, but these ones are sparkly. This is my stickers that I haven't added to the album yet. And here we have I kind of forgot they're in there. But these ones are sparkly. But maybe I'll do that now. This is my, let's see, that I haven't added to the album yet. Let's see what stickers we have in here. Maybe I'll do it now. Let's see. There's one more in here. Let's see what stickers we have in here. Now these stickers are so cute. Alright, we have these guys. Little Nintendogs jumping out of Nintendo DS. Now these stickers are so cute. They're so cute, these guys. Did you guys have Nintendogs when you were younger? Nintendogs jumping out. And if you did, what kind of dog did you have in Nintendogs? I had the Dachshund and Friend version, but did you guys had a Husky when you were and a German Shepherd as the dogs in that game? And if you did, what kind of dog did you have in Nintendogs? I had the Dachshund and Friend version, but I had a Husky and a German Shepherd. Find a nice page that we can stick them to. Let's see if we can find a nice page that we can stick them to. Here's a nice fresh empty page. I can add them. Oh, and I just left a card. This is the artist. Here's a nice fresh DK set. They have a whole series of Nintendo stickers. And I just left a card. The ones that I just showed you. This is the artist. Those two I got as freebies when I ordered a keychain from them. They have a whole series of Nintendo stickers. If I can handle stickers with my nails today. The ones that I just showed you. Maybe give you guys some of those sticky sounds I got as freebies when I ordered a keychain from them. Alright, let's see if I can handle stickers with my nails today. Maybe give you guys some sticky sounds. And then we just stick it down here in the sticker album. And the great part is, if you don't like where it is, then you can just stick it, remove it, and stick it down somewhere else again. But maybe without my hair album. And the great part is, if you don't like where it is, there we go. Remove it and stick it down somewhere else again. I think it's a lap or a golden retriever. We'll have to do. And let's add the Yorkshire Terrier as well. I think it's a lap or a golden retriever. We'll have to do. And let's add the Yorkshire Terrier as well. Put that one right next to the first one, like so. Next up, put that one. I have some right more dog stickers. These are all dog stickers, actually. Like so. I have this one. It's next up, a long-haired dachshund. A long-haired dachshund. Some dog stickers. I think she looks a lot like my stable, like my own dachshund. I have this one. Isn't it cute? A long-haired dachshund. So this one, a long-haired dachshund, is going to be for the dachshund page. Because I think she looks a lot like and show you the others, like my own dachshund. Isn't it cute? These two is going to be for the dachshund page. So put that these two long dachshunds. They're the same basic shape, but have different colors, different fur patterns. These two long dachshunds. And I think they were sold as B grade, but the same basic shape. I don't see any flaw. Different colors. They're just cute. Different fur patterns. So have these cute. I think they were sold as B grade, but I don't see any flaw. They're just cute. Now these ones are all based on an actual existing dog. It's a dachshund called Oreo Boy. Oreo Boy. These ones. And this dachshund has an Instagram page. It's an actual existing dog. And his owner is an artist. Oreo has their own art too, but also made a little art series of Oreo. And this dachshund has an Instagram page. It's really cute. And his owner is an artist and has their own art too. So art series of Oreo are some of the stickers about Oreo. We have this one with Oreo looking very sad, very puppy dog eyes, saying about Oreo. Please. We have this one, please, with Oreo looking very sad, very puppy dog eyes, saying my own accent also has this look mastered to a T. Please. And I can attest, my own accent also has this look mastered to a T. The next one is this one, and it says, just a little guy, just a little guy. The next one is this one, and it says, just a little guy, just a little guy. And the last of those is this one. It shows Oreo being a little grumpy, being a little angry. Maybe the food wasn't served on time. Maybe he didn't get as much attention as he wanted. Oreo being a little grumpy, being a little angry. Maybe the food wasn't served on time. Maybe he didn't get as much attention as he wanted. Very dachshund coded. He says. And as freebies, I got 2 stickers of the actual Oreo. That is just pictures of Oreo turned into stickers. And the Instagram name is right here. Oreo Boy. That is just pictures of Oreo turned into stickers. We have this one. Instagram name is right here. Oreo Boy. And this one. We have this one. If you've watched some of my videos, you probably know that dachshunds are my favorite dog.
But what are
If
your
you've
favorite
watched some
dogs?
of my videos, you probably
have
know
a
that
favorite breed
dachshunds are my favorite dog. Mix maybe even.
But what are your favorite dogs? Do you have a favorite breed?
How could I forget this maybe even? Okay. This one was part of the Nintendo series. I forgot this one. Okay. This
Hello,
one
Mikey Blazer.
was
Nice to
part
see
of
you.
the
And no
Nintendo
worries at all.
series.
You're not late. You're just right. Hello, Mikey Blazer. Nice to see you.
I'm happy to have you.
And no worries at all.
I hope you had a good day.
You're just right.
Happy Easter.
I'm happy to have you.
It's wonderful to have you here,
I hope
my
you
sweetie.
had a good day.
Happy Easter. And it's wonderful to have you here, my sweetie. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I was at work, and then I came home and watched some YouTube videos. I ate some strawberries, and then I came home, and now I'm here.
Watched some YouTube videos.
I hope you're well. Oh, thank you.
And now I'm here.
It's just press-ons, I have to admit.
It's not my actual nails.
I hope you're well. My nails always break when I try to let them grow.
It's just press-ons.
But thank you nonetheless.
It's not my actual nails.
My nails always break when I try to let them grow. But thank you nonetheless. This is sweet. My apologies for the barking. I don't know what's going on in this apartment complex tonight, but the dogs are all going crazy. My apologies for the barking. I don't know what's going on in this apartment complex tonight, but the dogs are all going crazy. But it doesn't really sound like there's a storm. I'm not sure if the weather is back. Oh, thank you. I don't mind. But it doesn't really sound like there's a storm. Oh goodness. If only I would remember what color lipstick that is. I don't mind. I know it was a lipstick of the brand Wet n Wild. I know it was a but the name of that color I'm really not sure. But the name I would have to check, but I do have all my makeup in the other room right now. I'm not sure. But I might check and I would have to check just so you can answer that in the other room right now. But I might check in a bit just so you can answer that for you. How did you guys spend your Easter? Did you celebrate? Were you with family? Maybe you even went to church. Who knows? Did you celebrate? Either way, I do hope you had fun. Maybe you even went to church. Who knows? Either way, I do hope you had fun. Alright, those were actually all my stickers that I still need to add to my collection. Right. Those were actually all my stickers that I still need to add. Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, let me see. Let me see what that could be. Oh, I'm echoed. Okay, let me see. Let me see what that could be. Let me see what I can do about that. Let me see. Thank you for letting me know, though. Thank you for letting me know, though. See. I'm not sure if that stopped it or not. I'm not sure if that stopped it or not. Let's see if I can watch and find out. See if I can watch and find out. If you hear something now, it's because I'm looking into the stream to see what's going on there. Something now, it's because I'm hearing something now. It's because let's see. To see what's going on there. Something now, it's because I'm hearing something now. It's because I don't know what happened. Maybe it's an OBS problem. Let me look into that. I think I know what it is. Did I fix it? Let me see. I feel like that might have fixed it. there's still echo. Yeah, I think the echo should be gone. I think the echo should be gone. At least I hope it worked. I hope it worked. If it didn't, please feel free to let me know. But I don't have anything else running in the background, so I think it should be okay. I think so. Let me just get those guys out of the way. A little sticker collection I have over here. Get those cleaned up. I'll just shove them back into my sticker book for now. Let's show you something that I made to use in a video. It's not going to come anytime soon though. It's still in the early stages of planning to make it. But it's this little chest covered in seashells and stones, sea glass stones. Welcome back. I tried something to hopefully fix the echo. I don't know if it worked. I hope it did. But feel free to let me know if I'm wrong or not. I'm not quite a queen, but I appreciate it. You're sweet. Let's see. Wood is always so satisfying to tap on. I wish I could work better with wood. I had like a woodworking class ages ago, and the project I had to make for it was this little, wood is always so satisfying to tap little boat thing, I think. It didn't look that great. I wish I could work better with woodworking. I had like a woodworking class ages ago. I admire people who really the project I had to make for it was this little little boat thing. You guys are in subjects. You guys are amazing little sweeties.
We're all on equal ground. Woodworking has not been a talent of mine. I do appreciate all of you guys. I admire people who really are good at it. Stop. You guys aren't subjects. You guys are amazing little sweeties. No, you're being respectful. We're all on equal ground here. You're sweet. We do appreciate all of you guys. Also, I have a little something in here. That doesn't really, you're being respectful. To be inside this, but you're sweet. I thought it would be funny. In here, I have some little. Also, I have a little squishers. That doesn't really. I have no idea what that came from. To be inside this, found them in the kitchen at one point and was like, I thought it would be funny. Oh, there's echo again. In here, I have. Let me double check. Some little squishies. I have no idea where they came from. I just found them in the kitchen at one point and was like, is it gone now? Oh, there's echo again. Did that help? Weird. Let me double check. Actually, let me try something. Is it gone now? Did that help at all? That's very strange. I'm not sure where it's coming from at this point. I swear every time a new problem. The first time I couldn't get the image to work. And I'm not sure where it's coming from at this point. I swear every time a new problem. Let me double check. The first time. Oh, I think I know why. I couldn't. Hold on. Is it gone? Is it gone now? I feel like it should be gone now. I think OBS was being a bit funny and it had my video capture. Yeah, okay. No, then it was my fault. That was my fault. I could have sworn I had turned it off earlier, but I guess at some point OBS decided to not separate audio and image anymore and started streaming the audio from my video device when I just wanted the video device to the video and the microphone to the audio. But I think we have it now. I turned it off again and I'm confident that it should stay off now. That's okay. I have always been bad with technology, so it's not surprising. But let me just fix this really quick. I accidentally pulled out my headphones. Alright. We're back in business. But yeah, I was introducing you to my little creatures that I have here. I have this little unicorn. And we have a little rhino. He's okay. He's okay, safe. Little rhino. And we have a little alligator. Little gator. And now kiss. These guys are very cute. I don't know where they came from or what exactly they are. They're just these little squishy guys. But they're fun. They're really satisfying to kind of play with and just stretch and squeeze. Let's put them back into our little treasure chest. Close it back up so they're safe. Alright, take your dog out. See you later. This one, I like the sound. That's our little seashell trinket box. All these nice ridges and shapes. Talking about squishies, I do have this big guy. He's like a stress ball kind of squishy. He's just this little round frog. Isn't he adorable? He has two rosy cheeks and this cute little smile and the tiniest arms and legs. And we can squish him and squash him and squish him and squish him and squish, and he's always bouncing right back. Cute little frog guy. also have gotta be careful not to drop it. I have this duck shaped bath bomb. A little duck bath bomb. I haven't used it yet because it's so cute. I have a habit of being unable to use cute things. Oh, I guess apparently this is a Friends TV show merchandise. I just saw it here. I never really watched Friends, so I don't know how much they have to do with rubber ducks, but alright. It's definitely cute. Unfortunately, it's already falling apart. If you see, the beak and the neck are kind of broken. But it does make for nice sounds. And I guess I'll have to just use it for next time I take a bath to end its suffering. If anyone does know Friends and knows what this duck has to do with Friends, feel free to enlighten me. I love to learn. This is it for the cute duck bath bomb. Would you like some perfume? Some perfume for you? What do you say? Would you like some perfume? I just love these perfume bottles so much. They're so cute. Funnily enough, I barely barely ever use perfume. Hello, Justin Holt. I'm happy to have you here. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you've been enjoying my videos. Thank you so much, my sweetie. It means a lot to hear that. I'm going to record a video for next week tomorrow. And I do have 2 scripts ready. But currently I'm leaning more towards finally doing the Epic the Musical Hermes roleplay. No 100% guarantee yet, but it's what I'm leaning towards. I apologize about the dog barking. I don't know what's wrong with this apartment tonight. It's like all the dogs of the apartment complex have decided to rage war today. I hope you guys can't hear it too much. Oh, no worries. I'm not gonna switch to live streams. I want to make like 1 or 2 live streams a month just so I can get a chance to catch up with you guys. But my main focus is always going to be actual videos. That is what I enjoy the most and the content that I also like the most. I just think it's fun to have a chance to just kind of be in direct contact with the people who watch my videos. And I figured live streams would be a good way to do that. So it's likely going to be 1 or 2 streams a month, just to kind of chat, and if you have to answer some questions, maybe give you guys a chance to give some direct input if there's anything you like or dislike, or any advice you'd like to give about what I can improve. This is actually paper that I have submerged in black tea for a bit over 24 hours. So that's what's giving it the color of a more brown shade. And after it was soaked, I baked it in the oven for a few minutes. That's what makes it extra crinkly. And it does smell good too. It smells like the black tea that I used. And the specific tea that I used also had vanilla in it, so this smells like black tea and vanilla now. It smells very good. I have made a few sheets of this kind of paper. Do you think that I'm British? I'm curious. In vitro. Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. Justin, you thought I was British. I'll take it as a compliment. I was on a student exchange in England for a little bit. I did it 3 times, and each exchange lasted a month. So I guess I've been in Britain for a total of 3 months living there. I've been there a lot for vacation too. But I was there before I started being more in line and had American friends. I learned British English in school. So, for example, the word color. Americans just write it C-O-L-O-R. But I learned to write it C-O-L-O-U-R. Oh, cat. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Where I work, people often say that they can't really pinpoint my accent. And I can't blame them because I used to have more of an English accent just because I surrounded myself a lot with it. But it started fading because it was already mixed with my German natural accent. But then when I started hanging out with Americans, and especially now where I live in America, it's just a wishy-washy combination of it all. Chicken jockey? Is that a new trigger word I haven't heard of yet? Chicken jockey. Here you go, Germany. Free E. I said it. That one's actually not mine. Mine is sleeping. This is the neighbor's dog. I don't know why though. It's been crazy all evening. It was the neighbor's dog, then it was my dog and the neighbor's dog, then it was some other dog outside. Yes, I'm German. I've been born and raised in Germany. There have been some videos where I added a sprinkle of German as well, but it's probably been easy to overlook since most of my content is English. But I'm German. I'm a German potato through and through. My whole family is German. There's nothing interesting mixed in. And I've lived there for 22 years of my life. A little over 22 years of my life. And in July I'll cross my 1-year mark of living in the USA. Alright, my sweeties, I will be right back, but I do have to use the restroom really quick. So give me like 3 minutes and then I'll be back for you guys. Promise. I'm back. Because I moved around, my dog woke up, so he's going to be walking around here now. So I hope he's not going to be too loud. Oh, I'm so glad your mom likes them. I hope Chuck approves of them too. Thank you. I love this shirt. I have no idea where it came from. Part of me thinks that it might have belonged to my mom at some point, because it just was in my closet one day or in my laundry basket, and I just figured I like it, so I'll keep my mouth shut and just keep it. But yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts now. I'm looking forward to making more Long Dog Lodge videos. They're not dead, I promise. I just have to wait until I have my long dog with me, my sable deer. She's still in Germany with my mother right now, but I'm hoping to visit her soon. It's okay if he doesn't understand. He's still a very appreciated watcher. I love that. Long dogs are the best. No offense to Odie over here, who is an Australian Shepherd, but Dachshunds just are the best. Here, you get some pets, Odie. He's walking around here, just woozling about now that he's woken up. I hope he doesn't knock anything over. Yeah, I know. Okay, so here's something funny. I noticed, like, over the time that a lot of ASMR creators I'm watching are actually German. It's like, it's not just one or two, like, you know, that, oh, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Well, I have made that discovery 4 times now. 4 times ASMR creators that I loved watching ended up being German. And I always found out because they would like randomly have some English words in a video, or suddenly have props in a video that have German words on them and know how to pronounce them properly and stuff. It is a Dolenschmitz reference. I grew up on Phineas and Ferb. What can I tell you? And I will pet Odie for you. He's right here. He's just getting some head pets as we speak. Some love for you, Odie. Some love for German. 3E just for you, Oats. I hope you enjoy. There he is. Oh. Odie, relax. Try not to knock it over. Yeah, doing ASMR with this dog is hard. Because when he's not sleeping, usually I try to time things with when he starts laying down and sleeping, but whenever he comes back and comes in, he just wants to be there. And when he hears me talk or just, you know, soft speak or whisper, he's even more intrigued and will show up. German Easter traditions that I miss. I'll be honest, there's nothing super German about Easter, I think. I guess there's one thing. I'm not sure though if it is actually just German or if other countries might do it as well. So in Germany, a lot of people are religious. So you'll do Easter fires at churches where they set up big fires and you go to church, and after you have breakfast together with everyone who attended church. I've attended a few times. I'm not like strictly religious, but you know, it's just part of it. And Justin was talking about Odie. He's walking around here. He woke up and now he's moving about. And there's this one thing my grandpa always did. He's unfortunately not with us anymore. He passed a few years ago. But he was a very sweet man, and he would go to the forest and get these twigs of a certain plant. In German, we call that plant Palmkätzchen. Palmkätzchen. Translated, that would basically mean palm tree kitten. And the reason it was called that is that it had little buds growing on it that were fluffy like kittens. And it's kind of like an Easter thing in Germany. So my grandpa would always go to the forest and bring me some Palmkätzchen. And I would always love to touch them and fluff them, and yeah. And of course we did Easter egg hunts, where your parents or family members would hide Easter eggs and chocolate bunnies and little toys in the backyard and the house, and then you'd have to go around and find them. But I think we actually got that from the Americans. At least I think so. So it's not really German. Do you guys have any Easter traditions in your family that are unique or different? Oh, and Mikey, you didn't miss a lot. It was just Odie came in and I took a little bathroom break as well, so didn't miss a lot. Now that Odie woke up, he has one of his phases again where he just can't sit still. So he's just walking all over the place. I hope he's not too loud. Oh. And if the camera is shaking every once in a while, it's just because Odie is walking against the camera stand. I'm sorry about that. You're a good boy, Odie. Alright, so now he laid down next to me, so maybe. Never mind, he stood up again. Oh, Odie. Careful. Oh. Oh, Odie bear. What are you doing? He knocked over my little lights that I had in the back. But I guess it's fine. Relax. Odie. I'm sorry, guys. We need to take a break and cuddle the dog now. He demands a sacrifice. Well, it's fun though. Family traditions can be really fun, especially if the family gets together and, you know, it doesn't end in a catastrophe. At my job, I work at a hotel, so I encounter a lot of people every day. And lately, the last few days, there have been a lot of people who were just hating their family members. There was one lady I checked in. She ranted about her mother-in-law and how much what kind of a witch her mother-in-law is and how she would wish her mother-in-law wasn't there anymore. And there was another one where the husband and wife were just arguing in front of the kids right in the hotel lobby. So, you know, I feel like holidays can bring out the worst in some people. For some people, I think it's good when they live apart from their family, because it just would end in war if they wouldn't. But I always think it's nice when people have families that actually like getting together and spending time and having fun traditions. Odysseus, what are you doing? What do you have there? Okay, he found a little piece of ribbon that he's playing with now. You gotta be a bit softer with that, Odie. Be gentle, okay? Odysseus is not a very elegant dog. He's very clumsy, so you have to forgive him. He's not doing it on purpose. He just really can't help himself. This little box right here. In it I store some items that I use for ASMR role plays. And here is everything that I'm using for the Life of Nobility videos. Oh, what are you doing there? As well as from my Elven Adventure videos, so everything that's kind of like old-fashioned fantasy, vintage. Let me get something out of here. There is no finished roleplay at the moment. I have bits and pieces for one, but it's not complete yet. And tomorrow and Tuesday are my 2 days off, so those I will be spending filming and editing at least one roleplay, possibly 2. I'm not quite sure yet though, because I do also have to run some errands and stuff, but definitely will be filming 1. The 2 scripts I have ready are one for the Epic the Musical Hermes roleplay, and the second one is for part 2 to my latest video. So another video about Lady Charlotte and her maid Edwina. But in that video, you, the listeners, are actually not going to be any character. You're just going to be yourself in the scenario. And you will be attending the tea time that Lady Charlotte was prepared for in the last video, and meeting her there. But shh. I can't give any more spoilers. That's already too many spoilers given away. Yeah, the video seems to be getting quite popular for my standards. I'm happy to see that so many people enjoy it. Odysseus, what are you doing? He's getting a bit crazy over there. Oh yes. Oh, good question. Yes, in vitro. I have been cosplaying for at least 9 years now. Probably getting close to 10, actually. But I started when I was 14. And now I'm 23. Actually, I started a little bit before I turned 14, but, you know. But yeah, I've been cosplaying for a long time. And I actually found ASMR because I was looking for videos of other cosplayers cosplaying. And then found cosplay ASMR roleplays. And that's how I kind of got into ASMR. I want to do more cosplay ASMR videos, but a lot of my cosplays are still in Germany because, of course, when I first got here, I had limited luggage space and had to use it for essentials. So I couldn't really bring a lot of cosplay stuff. But I am determined to do more cosplay again soon. I am currently thinking about 2 cosplays I want to make. Well, 1 I want to make, 1 I want to finish, because I did actually start it a while ago, but just had to take a long break because I just didn't have the time. But my hopes are to get back into it and make some new cosplays, and of course make some ASMR videos with them as well. I find that with videos a big problem is that I have a lot of ideas and I also want to do all of them, but I know my videos are not perfect at all, but I have a degree of perfectionism where I do want to at least have them be as good as I am capable of making them. And what is holding me back a lot is that I am like, oh, but to make this video, I want to use this prop and this prop and this thing, and I want this as well, and I don't own all of that. So I have like a list with a couple of ideas of different videos for different cosplays, but also just videos for characters that I created in the stories on my channel, or just made up but haven't introduced to the channel yet. And I have a material list of things that I would like to get to make the videos that I thought of. So whenever I have some tips from work, or just know that I can afford to invest into something new for my channel, I'll go ahead and grab 2, 3, 4 pieces that match what I want for my video. I do a lot of thrifting. I go to antique stores and look for some deals. I scour Facebook Marketplace. I want to try and do it as sustainably as possible. I know I won't find everything I want used and cheap, so every once in a while I do cave and buy something new. But when I do, I try to do my best to make sure that I get to use it often, so it's worth the money spent and doesn't just go to waste. Because I know cosplay is already not the most environmental friendly hobby, and you do use a lot of materials and cause a lot of trash by doing it. So I'm trying to be as responsible as I can while doing the hobbies I love. Oh god, that bowl in the picture, I love them so much. I found them at an antique store, and I was eyeing them and I thought, oh, they're so pretty, but the price tag, it was $75. But here's the but. I saw after I passed this for the like 5th time debating whether or not I should spend that kind of money, that there was a little sign at the beginning of the section where it was in that said, all items not marked otherwise, 50% off. And when I saw that sign, I was like, I have to do it. Because I've been looking for those exact things. I was looking for a basin with a fit matching picture. And I had found a few others, but either they were just not as good looking or more damaged or just not really as pretty as that one. And then I saw that tag and I saw it a sale and I was like, you know what? I'll do it. And I ended up paying, I think it was 35, 33, something in the low 30s for it. And I think that's a pretty good deal. And I have already used it in one video. I have, off the top of my head, planned at least 3 other videos that will feature those items. So I'm definitely making the most out of having those things. And they will definitely not go to waste. If I had a whole house to myself and an unlimited budget, at least 2 of those rooms would look very antique. I just love that stuff. I don't know what to call it, if it's grandma core or just I want to feel like a princess in a fantasy world because real life is boring. But yeah, that's kind of my vibe. I love stuff that's just kind of like that. Yes, right? I thought it was meant to be. I saw it, I saw the pricing, I was like, someone's been looking out for me. I have to. And I'm really glad I did. I love them. Right now they're sitting on top of a shelf as decorative pieces because they're just so cute. But they were perfect for the video. I'll definitely use them more for other videos in the same kind of style as the last one. So yeah. And I'll continue to visit antique stores. I myself told me I will go to antique stores once a month just to check what's in stock, to see if there's items that I can add to my collection, items that I do actually like and will use either as decorative pieces or functional pieces in my actual day-to-day life. And I will only buy them if I can afford them with the tips I have collected that month. I have a list of all the tips I got at work, and each month I start the new list to write down how much money I have in tips, and that is my YouTube money. That is my ASMR material video money. That is how I kind of manage treating myself to supplies and props for videos, since I'm not exactly rich, so it's a budget I give myself to make things more easy on me, but still allow me to kind of spoil myself. Oh, hello. Hello, no LKWD Vital. Happy to see you here. Well, I'm happy to hear that the algorithm likes me. You don't see that often. But I will say, my latest video has been surprisingly treated very well by the algorithm, it seems. It was by under 100 views for, I think, until yesterday, actually. But when I checked today, last time I checked, it was at 1,600 views and like 120 something likes, which is crazy for me. I was very excited to see that so many people enjoyed it, but it seemed to be still getting more views, so who knows, maybe after the stream it's gonna have even more than that, which is a lot for my standards. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm glad the algorithm brought you here to me. Welcome. Welcome in the realm of the Sweeteas. Yes, antique places are amazing. Antique stores are great. The ones I love going to the most are antique malls, because they have like several sections of individual people selling stuff. So you really find so many different things and different versions of the same thing. It's great. The mall I was at, the antique mall, where I found all the items. God, they were so big. I almost got lost in them, and it took me forever. And I think I still didn't see everything because it's just so big. Is it competitive? I mean, I guess the ASMR niche is kind of oversaturated in some degrees. I know a lot of people are trying their hands in ASMR now. And, you know, probably not all of those people are doing it because they really like ASMR. I know a lot of people kind of have been doing it recently to promote their other websites and stuff like that, which, you know, if they want to do that, they can do that. But it's just not what I personally think you should do. For me, it's just I really enjoy ASMR. I'm an avid consumer of ASMR, and I like doing it myself. I find it relaxing for myself, and I guess I'm just kind of trying to find my place in the little niche of like fantasy ASMR role plays / kind of cinematic ASMR role plays. At least I try. I'm nowhere near where some other people in the genre are, absolutely, but I do my best with the limited resources and skills that I have, and you know, maybe I can improve over time. But I haven't really thought about, you know, getting giant amounts of followers and getting rich and living in a big mansion someday because of my ASMR videos. I don't really think that's realistic, and it's not, I don't know, I don't think it's a good motivation, because you just, what if it doesn't work out, you know? Then you'll feel like you've wasted time on something, and it's just, I just thought, you know, maybe I'll get a couple followers, maybe some people enjoy what I do, maybe I'll have like maybe a small but friendly community, just kind of share my creativity with. And you know, if at some point I can have a little extra income for it, that would be amazing. I would love that. But for the most part, it's just a creative outlet that I love to share with others. And if I do get to a point where I actually have some income with YouTube, I think I would use a good amount of it to just reinvest back into the channel. Yeah, I know I personally don't really like eating ASMR. It depends. Like, if it's part of a role play and someone's gonna eat like a grape or bite a piece of a fruit or something, I don't mind that. But I personally don't like the loud chewing noises and like wet mouth sounds and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. The dog is hitting the camera again. I know there's an audience for that. I know there's an audience for that, and I would never tell people they can't like what they like, but you know, it's just not what I personally aspire to be. It's not what I personally would like to be known for. So I don't think you'll ever really find videos of mine with loud mouth sounds, wet mouth sounds, loud eating sounds. It's just not my thing. There's ASMR schools and diplomas? That's crazy. It's interesting though. It's an interesting development if you think about how you had to be embarrassed to admit you like ASMR like not long ago. Like some people still treat it as something very weird when you talk about it. But I guess it's an interesting development. I'm glad you like the sounds. Odysseus. Odysseus, stop. I'm sorry. He wanted to get his loud toy, but he can't have the squeaker right now. He has to wait until later. Oh, thank you. It's really kind of you. I'm glad to hear you like my voice. It's funny. One day at work, not long ago, I had a customer, a guest, and I checked them in. I work in a hotel, so I checked them in. And after I finished checking them in and told them, enjoy your stay, have a good time, they just looked at me and said, "Your voice feels like a hug." And it was very funny to me because at that point I was already doing ASMR videos, so in my head I was like, wow, that's a crazy compliment for me. I can't tell you why, but I feel flattered. So I'm glad that my voice can be enjoyable for people like that. I've been very self-conscious of my voice at first, but I think most people have that thing where listening to your own voice just kind of makes you feel uneasy and like you don't like it and all of that. But I've gotten used to it now. But now the hardest part of doing ASMR is editing my videos and not falling asleep to it. Yeah, that has happened a few times when I ended up falling asleep to my own ASMR. It feels weird. It's kind of like, it feels kind of shameful to admit because it's like, I don't want to praise myself or anything, but yeah, I have put myself to sleep before with my own ASMR. I have done some pet ASMR videos before. One of my first videos was of me brushing the fur of my dog Sable and feeding her some treats. There's another video of her licking some treats and hello Odie. So I have made a few videos featuring dogs and some featuring cats in the past too. I think I did like 2 with cats. Oh, don't chew. Don't chew. So I've done a few of them because I was experimenting and wanted to see, if it's something people enjoy. But I don't think it will be my main content anytime soon. I might do it again occasionally. I will definitely do some more Long Dog Lodge content in the future with Sable, my dachshund, when she's here in the country. But for the most part, I like having my dogs in videos where it makes sense. But oh yeah, he has a reddish brown eye and a blue eye. He has heterochromia. But I promise you don't have to be scared of him. You don't have to be scared. He's very, very sweet. He's very gentle. He's a very sweet boy. Sorry about that. That was loud. But he's like a mix right now of, I think he's a bit tired, but he's also excited. So that's why he's just kind of zooming around right now. But he did already have his dinner. He had his evening walk. So he should be fine. Odysseus. Odysseus, come here. Don't be a menace, Odysseus. You're gonna embarrass me. Little sweetie dog. Odysseus, careful. Careful, Odysseus. Be careful. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't want to give you guys heart attacks. If he doesn't calm down, I might have to send him outside to the living room for now. That's the bad part with live streams. I can't edit it out when he comes and makes a ruckus. I will go ahead and I'll send him to the living room really quick. And I'll be right back with you guys, alright? Just one moment. Odysseus, what are you doing? Are you being unruly? There's nothing, Odie. There's nothing. All right. Odysseus has been let out to the living room. He might peek his head in again later if he's calmed down a little, but for now. For now, it's just us. Oh, that's a good question. I have a thing for old names. My first dog, I named him Kent, which is an old British name. Was inspired by a character from a Shakespeare play, and the character is from the play King Lear, and the character's name is the Earl of Kent. And I don't know, I played the Earl of Kent when I was in a student exchange in our drama class in England, so that name just kind of stuck in my brain, and so that's my first dog's name. He's now named Odysseus, kind of also because I'm back in the, well, not back in the, I've never left it. I'm in the Epic the Musical rabbit hole, so Odysseus just made sense. And my own name, so is Thea. Thea is short for Anthea. Anthea is technically not the name my parents gave me. It's a name I kind of gave myself because I just couldn't really connect with my name. So I looked into names that I like, and I saw Thea, and I just loved it. So I've been using this name for how many years now? Must have been at least 6 or 7 years that I've been going by Thea. And it's basically derived of the name Athena of the Greek goddess, but it's used by both British and Greek people, the name Anthea. So the Brits kind of used, from what I've read, the Brits kind of took Athena and made it British, and that's how Anthea happened. So I guess I have a thing for ancient names. So if I end up having kids one day, they might have ancient names too. But, kind of depends what their dad says about that as well. But I like ancient things. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, since I came to the US, I've noticed a lot of people with Mexican heritage are, I guess they're pronounced differently. I think it's more like Jesus, I think is what they call it, but it's written like Jesus. So I guess it's never really been out of fashion, but I mean, I guess if you name your kid Jesus Christ, it's one way to predetermine their life. But I don't know if that's going to be going according to plan. Here's something that I always do before I go to sleep. Something about me is that I love lavender. I love lavender flavored things, lavender scented things. I also like lavender color, but mostly I love the scent and the taste. Oh, I didn't know that it was also applicable for women. That's interesting. I've only seen it on men so far. What this is, it's a little lavender spray. And I will always give just a single spritz of it onto my pillow before I go to sleep. So let me give you guys one little spritz of it. It smells great. One spritz is really all you need. It smells very intense. Not overwhelming, but very nice. It is mostly lavender, but it has a hint of lime. So a nice citrusy note. I like it a lot. So I figured I'd share some with you today. But I am curious. Oh, spray bottles? Yes, spray bottle sounds are great. I have to admit, shamefully, this is my only spray bottle that I own right now. But for a role play I would like to do in the future, for a cosplay, I want to get a spray bottle that looks a certain way to use it as a prop. because I love spray bottle sounds. No. You should try to remember using it. It might help you. I always have really bad sleeping issues. I don't really have like issues with dreams. Like I will dream sometimes, but sometimes it's nightmares, but usually it's just weird dreams. Like they're not good or bad, they're just very weird and don't make any sense. But I struggle a lot with falling asleep and staying asleep. That's why I even started listening to ASMR, because I was trying for ways to get myself to sleep. And it definitely helps. It helped me a lot. But it's not 100% quota, you know? Some days it's harder to fall asleep even with ASMR. Other days it's easier. But I'm doing what I can to get better at it. I started using a sleep mask to keep myself asleep. I use the lavender spray to just have the calming smell. Every once in a while I also take lavender and what's it called? In German it's called baldrian. I don't know the English word for it, but it's an herb that makes you sleepy. So I take a bath with those things in it. And I got like a cooling blanket, but it doesn't always work. But it has gotten a lot better. It has gotten a lot better. When I was in high school, I used to have like 5 hours sleep tops, because I just wouldn't be able to fall asleep and stay asleep. And I always felt even more tired when I woke up. You do ASMR for yourself? Yeah, it works, honestly. Like I mentioned earlier, sometimes I get very sleepy and need to take breaks when I'm editing my videos, because I am ASMRing myself into sleep. The issue with the windows is that, at least in this apartment, right in front of the windows are the AC units, so it's always pretty noisy. Plus, here, the apartment complex always has lights on the outside, so there's a lot of mosquitoes all the time. So I can't never open the windows for long, because there's going to be mosquitoes everywhere. But I do like getting some fresh air when I can. Sometimes I just go outside in front of the door in the night and just walk a lap around the apartment just to get some of the fresh air into my system. Yeah, sleep is a complicated thing, but so important. It's also something that I like about doing ASMR is that I'm thinking to myself that I might be helping someone else fall asleep the same way that other ASMR artists help me to fall asleep. So it's also a pretty rewarding feeling to make ASMR. We do have screens at the living room windows, but our apartment doesn't have them at the bedroom windows for whatever reason. But they really should have them. But I guess the lease is gonna be up, I think in September again. So maybe like if I move to a different apartment, maybe then. But I'll have to see. I'm not really sure yet how it's gonna be at that point, or if I move somewhere else, or if I just stay here. We'll see. Ugh, mosquitoes are the worst. They're little devils sent from hell. That once that you're almost asleep, you're drifting off, half of your body is already asleep, and then you hear that sound, and your whole body is awake again, and you look around, and it's dark, and you can't see it, but you hear it. It's the worst feeling. It's the absolute worst. And it happened so many times, even in Germany. Like, I wouldn't even open the windows much. And if I opened them, I would shut off all lights first, because I didn't want to attract them. They always made it in somehow. And they always started flying around me the moment I started getting sleepy and wanting to sleep. Oh my god, no, not the face slap. When I was still living with my mom in Germany in my room, I used to jump on my bed and aim with like shoes and stuff at the mosquitoes, at the walls and the roof. So there were a couple of like tiny blood splatters from when I killed them that we had to paint over at some point. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a mosquito murderer. I'm sorry about that. Oh yes, they're bad. They're awful. There's just some creatures that I'm like, does our ecosystem really need them? Like, I guess, yeah, sure, technically yes, but, some days I like to imagine a world without mosquitoes and ticks and critters like that. But yeah, hopefully there will be no mosquitoes stopping you from sleeping tonight. Mosquitoes away. Mosquitoes away. We'll try to create a safe space with no mosquitoes tonight. I would think so. At least I had to learn it because of my dogs. They would always have ticks and my cats, so that's how I learned that. But I would hope that everyone knows that. You have to twist them and then pull so that the little stinger doesn't get stuck in your skin. Vanilla, really? I haven't heard of vanilla yet, but like lime and citrusy smells supposedly do that. There's this one memory of my childhood. My mom used to have this anti-mosquito spray that she would douse myself in every time I went to in kindergarten in Germany. We have like a thing of forest expeditions, so the whole kindergarten will go to the forest and you'll play in the forest and you'll learn something about the trees and stuff like that. And my mom would always douse me and completely spray me in that anti-mosquito stuff. I loved that smell. It was this citrusy smell, but there was something else that I just can't describe, but I love that smell so much. Sometimes I just sprayed it on me because I like the smell of it. But yeah, it's silly. But it's a childhood memory I have. also have this thing for disinfectant. I really like the smell of hand disinfectant. It's so stupid. But every time when I was in a hospital, like when I wasn't in there for myself, but when I was in there to visit someone or just was there at the entrance, I would always they have in Germany at the hospital at the entrance, they have like disinfectant stations. Most people do like one spritz and then they move on. I would always press it so many times when I was a kid because I liked the smell, and I would use it on my hands, and then I would sniff my hands for like a while after and be like, oh, it's the smell. It's so stupid. I'm probably outing myself as a complete weirdo now, but kid me really liked disinfectant smell. Adult me, I don't dislike it, but I don't smell as much on it as I used to as a kid. Yeah, I don't walk around like this anymore after using hand sanitizer, but I still do enjoy the smell. But honestly, I feel like I could have had way more embarrassing childhood quirks. I think was a pretty tame child. No, in vitro, you can't eat laundry detergent. Oh no. That's giving me flashbacks to the time the Tide Pod challenge was in. I never understood the appeal, but I guess you're the living proof that some people do think about eating that. That's crazy. I feel like your mom and dad must have had poison control on speed dial. I'm glad you're okay though. I'm glad that the laundry detergent didn't get into your head too much. Oh yes, I never bothered killing spiders. When I was living with my mom, usually there was a spider on the ceiling above my bed or in one of the corners all the time. I just let them chill there. It was sometimes I gave them names. And I was like, yeah, that's my house spider up there. There was also a time when I had a chameleon as a pet. So sometimes when there was an annoying bug somewhere, I would have my chameleon come and sit on my hand and would reach it up to where the insect was. And then I would watch as my chameleon would realize it's there, and then the two eyes would fixate on it, and then suddenly the tongue would come out and it would just eat it. It was so satisfying to watch my chameleon hunt down flies and mosquitoes. But yeah, never spiders. I always let the spiders live. They're my roommates. But I actually don't think I have any spiders in this apartment. For some reason we have plenty of mosquitoes, but no spiders here in Texas. I don't know why though. A spider in a computer case sounds kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But yeah, spiders really, they can show up anywhere. I know in Australia there's some of the really big kind of dangerous spiders who crawl out of toilets and stuff. You know, crazy Australian things. Venus flytraps were cool. My mom used to have a Venus flytrap plant, but I was so terrified of it as a kid. Because I thought, if it eats flies, then maybe it will eat me too. So yeah. Hello, Scaramouche. Welcome, my sweetie. Nice to have you here. We are still going. It's kind of open-ended so far, so we'll see when I get tired. Oh no, it's a notebook. It's not a Bible. I actually don't think I own a Bible, but yeah, it's an empty notebook. And it's empty because I'm scared to write in it, because I'm worried that my handwriting is going to be ugly, and then the whole book is going to be ugly because of my handwriting. So it's still empty, but I love it a lot. I love the sounds, I love the look of it. It's great. A pitcher carnivorous plant, Nepenthes. I'm not a plant connoisseur, so I might not think of the right one, but I know the one my mom used to have was a Venus flytrap. They're really interesting though. After I got a little bit older, I really liked watching the plants and see when they closed up. And then when they opened back up and that fly or insect that it ate was just gone. It's kind of crazy that plants like that exist. They just show up and eat, even though they're plants. It's crazy. Oh, they form a pitcher with liquid inside and trap bugs. That sounds so freaky. Oh my god. Alright, Justin, have a good night. Sleep well, my sweetie. Digest them in liquid acid soup. Now that is a forbidden soup if I've ever seen one. Nature is freaky. Like some things, it's just, how do those things exist? It's crazy. Flower mantis. I've seen one of those before. They're nice. I like them. When it comes to just the look of flowers, I really like hyacinths. I think they're nice. I think they look very pretty. In my Animal Crossing village, I have like a ton of blue hyacinths. Blue and purple hyacinths. Ooh, orchid mantis. Yeah, I've seen those before too. They are very pretty. Sometimes I really wish I had a green thumb, because a lot of plants look so stunning, but I have a black thumb. I have managed to kill a succulent. I killed a succulent, guys. I have no idea how I could do that. I was told succulents are unkillable, and I killed them. So yeah, I'm sticking to animals for now, because those I managed to keep alive. Gosh, honestly, imagining those plants but the size of your head is that's kind of creeping me out, not gonna lie. Imagine if they eat you. Okay, so here's something kind of embarrassing about me. As a kid, I was horrified of sunflowers. I'm not saying I'm still scared of sunflowers, but I don't love sunflowers. And the thing with sunflowers with me was, / kind of is, that when they like droop down and like you see all those seeds in the middle, those seeds just look like something is gonna crawl out of there and like devour you. You know what I mean? You did not. Vital, how could you? I forgive you, but I have my eye on you. No, yes, I just used to be so scared of it. But I do love eating sunflower seeds. That's how I get my revenge on sunflowers for scaring me. I eat them. Did that actually happen in one of those books? I've never read a Goosebump book, to be honest. But if it's in one of those books, then I agree with it. I swear, I had a wild fantasy as a kid. I had some of the weirdest dreams and nightmares when I was young. And like, okay, so this is also a thing. I still have it. When I'm in bed, I need to be completely under the blanket. Like, all my feet and limbs, my whole body has to be under the blanket. Only my head and maybe my hands are allowed to stick out. Because in Thea's head, especially in child Thea's head, the blanket kept me safe. But if I didn't have the blanket and a killer comes in, he would kill me. But if I have my blanket covering me and a killer comes in, the blanket will keep him from killing me? Don't look for the logic there. There is no logic to be found. My child brain just kind of decided that's how it works. So I still now feel uneasy when I go to bed and I'm not completely covered by a blanket. It's very stupid. But it's the truth. You love that mentality. Well, I'm glad you do, because it's very much alive and well. It is. It is. It's like some people that say, "Oh, my partner has to sleep at the side that's facing the floor and the door, and I sleep on the side that's facing the wall, because when I am at the wall, the killer will kill the one who's not at the wall." It doesn't technically make any sense, but, you know, if we tell ourselves enough that it works, maybe it will. So yeah, in my childhood mind, the blanket made me kill-proof. Partially, I still kind of believe that. Like, obviously, I know that realistically the blanket won't protect me, but I feel uneasy when I try to sleep without it. Oh, Scaramouche, you're so sweet. Thank you. You're such a sweetie. It's true. If I can't see them, they can't see me. Oh, thank you, Scaramouche. You're so sweet. But you don't have to, please. You really don't need to spend money on me. You're always welcome to, of course, if you'd like to support, but I do not expect you guys to pay me any money at all. I'm just glad to have you here and listening to me. But I really appreciate it. Sacrificing your husband to a killer is collateral damage. I mean, that's how some people talk about it, though, isn't it? I've seen so many people say that. Oh, You're too sweet. I love you, Scaramouche. You're the sweetest. I won't stop you, but I'm just telling you, don't spend anything you need for yourself, okay? I really appreciate you. I'll be honest, I personally am more of a door side sleeper than a wall side sleeper. Hello, Piers. Hello, my sweetie. Nice to have you here. And thank you so much, Piers, for being a member and being my sweetest sweetie. I really appreciate having you here tonight. I hope you had a good day and a good Easter. You know what's worse than a killer? A beetle under your bed, right on your leg. Okay, that is bad. That is really bad, Scaramouche. That is bad. But I actually... Okay, so to this day, I do not know if I had dreamed that or if it was real. But years ago, I was sleeping and then woke up, and I will swear that I said that I saw a spider crawl over my leg. And then I was awake. I couldn't sleep anymore. I was looking for that spider everywhere because I do not mind spiders. I truly don't. As long as they're chilling with me in my room, I'm chill with spiders. I do not appreciate them inside my bed though, or walking over me. So I was looking everywhere for that spider. I never found it. And that just kind of, that night, it was rough to fall asleep again. It was very rough to find sleep after that. I think, like, I'm not even sure, maybe I was dreaming it and then woke up so close to, like, the dream that my brain couldn't process. I wasn't actually awake for that and that it was a dream. But I guess we'll never know. We'll never know. Though, excuse me, I will just take a sip of something to drink really quick. Yeah, that's true. Like, sudden buck attack is a different kind of thing to deal with. Alright, we are hydrated. You guys too, make sure you stay hydrated. Oh, spider webs. Spider webs are, they feel so strange. Like, when you walk into a spider web, it's just the sun feeling. And I don't think there's anything else that feels like a spider web on your skin. It's very weird. Like, I'm not really scared of spider webs or spiders, but it's a feeling that gives me goosebumps when I have them on my skin. I don't know how to explain it. But also, Piers, my dear sweetest sweetie, you can look forward to the first member exclusive video next week. I promise. And I hope you'll enjoy. Oh, I'm sure spiders are scared of us. Spiders are precious. The ones that don't have the ability to kill us, at least. It's okay. It's okay. We all are scared of something. I'm scared of sunflowers and you're scared of spiders. It's okay. We're both valid with what we're scared of. I promise. It's okay that you're scared of spiders. It's not embarrassing. It's just part of you, and that's perfectly fine. Huntsman spiders. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I gotta see a picture of them because I'm actually not quite certain if I'm thinking of the right one. Let me look that up. Huntsman spider. It's a good part of having a computer in front of me. Okay, yeah. Oh, I've seen those before. Okay, yeah. So they're pretty big, so that's probably like, I wouldn't want those guys in my apartment. Oh, that's perfectly fine too. It's perfectly valid to be afraid of snakes. It's not embarrassing and it's not mean. It's okay. You're allowed to be scared of snakes and no one is going to judge you for it. We are a judgment-free zone. We respect all fears. I will say though, back in Germany, I worked in an animal shelter, and I received education for animal care, so I am officially certified animal caretaker. And I have handled spiders, mice, rats. I've handled pretty much any animal that could be someone's pet with my own bare hands before, so I'm very desensitized to animal fears. I can honestly say I'm not really scared of any animal that I have met yet. Like, I have had a giant boa constrictor snake in my hands before and handled it at work. I love how snakes feel. Like, snake bodies, they're just so nice and cool to the touch, and they're not slimy but have this smooth feeling. So, of course, I only like touching live snakes. I don't really deal with snake leather and all that stuff. I don't think, not my thing. But I love touching live snakes and reptiles. I'm a huge animal person, always have been. But I absolutely respect people that are scared of animals. It's perfectly fine and it's perfectly okay. I will not judge anyone for it. And I understand why people are scared of them too. Yes, I never had a snake because while I do like looking at snakes and I like how they feel, they're just a bit too boring for a pet for me personally. I just don't get enjoyment out of the visual aspects of snakes that much. But I used to have free chameleons and free bearded dragons, and I loved how both of them feel. No, it makes sense. You know, that's how fears work. It's our brain just thinking things to protect us, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm just chilling with this boy, you know. Nothing, no big deal. There is a picture somewhere. My mom has that picture, I saw it before, of me at the zoo, and I was a small kid, and I had this giant boa constrictor snake around my neck and in my hands, and I'm just like smiling into camera on that picture, and I just think that picture is so funny. Because, like, yeah, I guess that snake could have choked me, but if not friend, why friend-shaped? Is what I ask you. I was the kind of kid I would have pet a lion if it was in front of me. And no one could have stopped me. Like, killer cat, still cat. That's how my brain worked. I just wanted to pet animals as a kid. That was my one drive in life. Oh my god. I have lost my chameleon before. Okay, so story time. I had panther chameleons. I had 2 females, 1 male. With panther chameleons, the females are brown, earthy toned, and the males are so vibrant and colorful. They are so pretty. I loved my females too, but my male was special because... And of course, child me was very creative with naming him. My male chameleon was named Rango. Yes, after the chameleon from the animated movie Rango. I know. Uncreative. But don't judge me, I was a kid. But that chameleon, we had him for many years until he unfortunately passed away. But during those years, he always managed to escape his terrarium. He always found a way to escape. And sometimes you would find him pretty quickly. Other times it took longer, but we always found him. One day, it was Christmas Eve. We came home from church. We turned on the light in the living room, and I look at the Christmas tree, and at the very top, on top of the star topper on the tree, was my chameleon, just sleeping up there. Like, he had his tail rolled up and was sitting on the top of the star and just asleep. It's the cutest thing ever. But another time, he not only escaped his enclosure, he managed to get somehow through a window out to the balcony, climbed off the balcony, and then was just in the backyard. Luckily, it was summer, so it was warm, so we didn't have to worry about him dying because it's cold. But I was kind of scared that a bird could get to him. And I was looking for that chameleon several days. Day number 3, I climbed into the cherry tree in our backyard and eventually found him on one of the branches up there, just chilling his life. And of course, he is a chameleon. He's a male panther chameleon. He does vibrant colors. He just blended in there and was chilling. And I had a heart attack until I finally found him and took him back inside. But yeah, I love that chameleon to death. I loved him so much. He was so sweet. But I swear to God, he really made sure that name was fitting by constantly escaping. But yeah, rest in peace, Rango. You were a wonderful little buddy. He was an escape artist chameleon, that's right. But I liked him a lot. He was very sweet. And when we first got him, he was this tiny. He was so tiny, I was scared that if I touched him, I could hurt him. But towards the end, like, with his tail rolled up, he was like this long and this tall. But with his tail all stretched out, he was like this. The thing is, chameleons can be so freaking fast. Like, honestly, I kid you not, they can go super speed if they want to. Most of the time, they move like this. Like, they'll go back and forth with their arm before finally making the step and be slow. But when they want to, they are speed walking. And I kid you not, it's crazy. The chameleons are great animals, though. They're really fun. and their skin feels so nice. Yes, that's where I got the name from. Chameleon roleplay. I guess it kind of is, but I can't do the eyes and I can't do the color change. So it's not that good of a roleplay, is it? But yeah, I saw the movie Rango, and that's how I started wanting a chameleon. And my mom read up on chameleons and gave me books to read about chameleons so we could care for it right. And then I got a chameleon and named him Rango. And we got 2 more chameleons because they look cute. So yeah, I had those 3 chameleons. And I really loved the Rango cartoon movie as a kid. So yeah, that's why, of course, my male chameleon had to be named Rango. Well, I gotta say, my mom learned from her mistakes. When I was like way younger, we would always have pet rabbits. And I'll be honest, those rabbits weren't really kept that well. Like, they were in cages that were definitely too small. They would get the freedom to walk around the house every once in a while, but after a certain point, they were just in a cage that was too small outside, and it definitely wasn't the way they should have been kept. But I was too young to really know about that, and my mom grew up with, tiny rabbit stables where the rabbits would go until they end up on your dinner plate. So, I did like my bunnies, but I didn't really want bunnies that much. I feel like I'm a horrible person saying this, but I just never really cared much about bunnies. I thought they were cute. I thought they were adorable. I still think they're cute and adorable. But I wouldn't want to have them as my pets. They're just too I don't know. They're just too much not dog. And it's weird because I've had reptiles, and reptiles are not like dogs at all. But something about rabbits just never really caught me like that. So after the last rabbit we had died, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to have rabbits again. So I haven't had rabbits since then. I took care of rabbits during my work, of course. I was trained in that too. So nowadays, I could definitely raise them right and have them right. And my mom also was a lot more, she read a lot more into before we got our next pets, which were the reptiles, the bearded dragons, and the chameleons. So those we did have in the right-sized enclosures and made sure the enclosures were right for them. So those were actually held well, I can assure that. But yeah, my mom wasn't perfect either. But she did care about pets too and animals. And now that I'm out of the house, she treats her dogs better than me. She loves those dogs more than me now, and that's okay. It's okay, because I love my dogs more than her too, kind of. You know how it is. To explain the love my mom has for dogs, after I left, she is keeping my first dog. My first dog is Kent. I adopted him from my job when I was working at the animal shelter. And he's an old man now, and he has epilepsy. He was diagnosed after I had adopted him, so I didn't know about it. But because of him being very old already and his health issues, I didn't want to fly him to the US. I didn't want to put him through the strain of travel and the time difference and having him get used to new times for his medication and all of that. So even though it hurt, I decided to leave him behind with my mother because I know my mother loved him anyways, so I knew he would be cared for well. I miss him a lot, but I have to do what's best for him. And best for him was to stay in Germany, and best for me was to leave Germany. So he's with my mom. My mom got her own dog after I had adopted mine already, so she has the 2 dogs now. And then later I got Sable, my dachshund, and I got her as a puppy. She's the first dog that I have had from puppy on and raised myself, so she's my baby. I love her with all my heart, and I'm gonna take her with me over here to the US. But I wanted to make sure before I bring her that I have a job set up, that I'm financially stable enough, that I know I'll be able to care for her the way I want to be able to care for her. So I left her in Germany with my mom, and I'm gonna get her once I'm ready, which will be next time I go to Germany to visit my family. I'll take my Sable baby back home with me. Hopefully this summer, but we'll see what exactly it will be. But now that my mom knows my Sable is going to be gone soon and she'll only have 2 more dogs, she adopted a 3rd dog because she can't live without the 3rd dog. And the 3rd dog is not a dachshund, it's a bigger one like the other 2 already are. So what my mom did, she built a bigger bed. The bed is now 2 meters long, like wide, so that all the dogs, she and her boyfriend, fit into that bed. So yeah, that's how much my mom loves dogs. Oh, it's okay, Mikey. Don't apologize. You're completely fine. You're completely fine. Don't worry. I'm not even sure what button you meant. You said you clicked. I'm so sorry if I overlooked anything. I was caught up in my story. I don't think Sable would like to stay in Germany because she's very attached to me. I have video calls with my mom every once in a while, and every time she sees me, she like perks up and she looks at me, and she's my baby. She's my little lapdog baby. So I know as long as she's with me, she'll be fine. And she's also very young still. She just turned 2 years old, so you know, it's a lot easier for her to get adjusted to the new situation, the new time zone, the new place. Plus, she'll have Odie here to be friends with, and Sable loves all and every dog. She loves every person, she loves every dog. She's just happy as long as she's getting love. So I'm not really worried about her having a hard time here. But I think Kent would have had a hard time, both because of his age and his illness, but also because he's a trickier dog to handle. I can't show you Sable to you right now, unfortunately, because she's not here yet. But if you go on my channel, on my videos, and you scroll down, you will see one video. It's very old. It's called, I believe, Pampering a Sleepy Puppy. And that puppy is Sable, so you'll see her there. And in all 3 parts of my Long Dog Lodge series, Sable is also in there. So that's how you could see her. And I will show her plenty once I have her here with me. Oh, don't worry, Mikey. Don't worry. You've been here with us in the stream for, I think, most of it. And I'm very grateful to have you here. And it's perfectly fine that you clicked a different video. You also don't have to stick around till the end. If you've got something to do, if you'd like to watch something else, that's perfectly fine. Please don't worry. But yeah, what you need to know about Sable is she's the sweetest, cutest long-haired dachshund. And I actually, if you look at my my member exclusive emotes, they are all based on Sable. and that kind of my emotes that I had made for my members. They're a combination of two things I really love: dachshunds, especially Sable, of course, and tea, which also plays into my name. Thea is almost like tea, so it's kind of, that's why we have the little dachshund and tea emotes for the memberships. But yeah, that's how that happened. I definitely hope you guys will like Sable when you meet her again, or meet her for the first time, depending on how long you've been around on this channel. I do have to check though. What time is it? Just to make sure I don't overdo it and I'm too long. Let's see. Okay, it's about to be midnight. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I don't have any tattoos. I'm a scaredy cat. I am not good with physical pain. So, I really like looking at tattoos. I like seeing tattoos on other people. I like seeing tattoo, like sketches, but I just can't get them myself because I'm too scared. Unfortunately, I have a bad habit of fainting when in pain, so I think I would cause any tattoo artist a heart attack. Plus, the second thing I struggle with, now obviously you can cosplay and have tattoos that don't match the character, that's fine. Like, you could cover it up with makeup, you could show it and like make it part of the cosplay. But I personally, I just prefer just doing it as authentically as I can. So, yes, I do watch GB. I have watched her tattoo showcase video. She has a lot of pretty cool tattoos. That's something I really enjoy seeing what art other people have on their skin. And I absolutely admire it, but it's like, it's something, I love admiring it from a distance. I don't think I would be able to admire it on myself though. Because I'd always be worried about, what if I don't like it anymore in a year? What if I don't like it anymore in 2 years? You know, I'm kind of anxious and paranoid like that. It's the same as with the notebook, you know, where I'm scared of using it because I don't want to make it ugly. So that's also kind of how I feel about getting tattoos on my own skin. Heck yeah, water stamp tattoos, that's my jam. I actually printed water stamp tattoos myself for a cosplay. I cosplayed Senna from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the characters have like their life depicted as like a pattern on their skin. And the amount of lines you have in a certain color means how many months you have left to live. It's... Oh. What happened? Oh, am I still here? Oh, so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what just happened. I think my website just crashed for a moment. That was odd. But I guess we're back. I just had to refresh the site. But okay. I'm glad it was just on my end then. I was like, wait, I didn't press anything. Might have been just a quick crash on my end, but okay, we're good. We're back. But yeah, I made those designs and printed it on tattoo foil so we could have the temporary tattoos of the characters on our skin for our cosplays. So that's pretty cool. I'm a temporary tattoo enthusiast. But what about you guys? Do you guys have any tattoos? Are you thinking about getting tattoos? I'm curious. No, not yet. Well, that does sound like something that might change in the future then. Oh, earrings are cool. I like earrings. I have holes for earrings myself, but no, I can relate to that. Being worried about your taste changing, I totally get that. Yeah, for me, it's like I don't really have any interest in most piercings. Also, kind of because of the pain. But I got my ears pierced when I was a baby, so I don't remember the pain, so I'm Gucci with that. And I'm very glad that I have my holes in my ears so I can wear earrings, because I really like earrings. So thanks, Mom, for piercing my ears when I was too young to remember that I was in pain. But I probably won't get any other body alteration done to me because I'm just scared of the pain. Oh, I think scars can be very interesting. I know a lot of people are very self-conscious about scars. I personally don't have a lot of scars. I have one here between my thumb and my pointer finger. And I got it at a work accident. Work accident being a stray cat that we tried to treat biting me. So they had to do surgery because it got infected. So that's the scar I have there. And I have some scars on my legs because as a kid I used to scratch like insect bites until they were bleeding, and I have some scars from that. But that's about it, oddly enough, because I got injured so much as a kid. I was so clumsy. I constantly would be hurt and bleeding and something happening to me. But I guess I was just lucky enough to not get many scars. Actually, now that I think about it, I used to have a scar. I still have that scar right here. It's very tiny and unnoticeable now. But how I got that scar is kind of funny. As a cosplayer, I work with some items that are called thermoplast. Thermoplast is like a plastic you can heat up and shape and heat up and shape again, and once it's cooled down it will keep the shape you bend it in. To heat it up, you use what's called a heat gun. It's basically an extreme hair dryer, so like a really, really hot hair dryer that you don't want to use on your actual hair because it's too hot. So I had this hair dryer and I put it down on the ground with the top facing up and reached to get something. And as I reached, I ended up setting my arm down on the hot metal tip of the thing. And I didn't notice until I looked at my hand. Like, I turned my arm around and I saw, oh, I have like a giant bleeding circle here where I burned through like 2 or 3 layers of my skin. And I put, I wrapped it up and cooled it, and yeah, now it's barely noticeable. But that's a scar I have from being stupid and clumsy. But yeah, I think I like scars is the wrong way of saying it, but what I think is interesting about scars is that they always come with a story. Either it's a really funny story of how you did something stupid and have the scar as a reminder of how you did something stupid and ended up failing. Or, I guess depending on what it is, it can also be scars that are connected to like hardships or personal struggles. And in those cases, I think scars are more like a proof of that you survived it and that you are stronger than you might have thought you are. So I personally never really regarded scars as something to be self-conscious about. Yeah, it's like a proof of adventure, that's true. But of course, ideally, we would like to adventure without getting hurt, but they say no risk, no fun, I guess. Alright guys, looking at the time, I think we will end it at, let's see. Let's make it a nice one, and let's say we end it at 15. At 15 past midnight. Yes, this is a Pokemon pin. It is a Daxpin, my favorite Pokemon. Good night, Vital. Thank you so much for being here and for being one of my dear sweeties. Have a good night, Vital. It was nice to have you here. I hope to see you soon. Oh yeah, my dogs. My dogs always like to lick all over the place, but I don't think they've ever gotten to any open wounds. But something that specifically Sable does is when I am crying or making noises that like indicate I'm not feeling okay, she will always run up to me and start licking my face. Like she's trying to take care of me. She's so sweet. I'm still waiting for them to bring out a Daxpin plush. I really want one. Daxpin is just so cute. It's a Dachshund. It's a Dachshund made of bread. It's a fluffy loaf of goodness. What is not to love? My second favorite Pokemon though is Absol. So one that's a bit older. Just so you guys know, I'm not a fake fan. I do like all Pokemon too, but Dax fun. Come on. I did watch the Pokemon anime. I think I watched. Let's see. I watched the ones with Lucia. I watched the ones with May and Max, I think her younger brother was called. And I watched the one that was about Unova with, what was his name? I think it was Iris and Benny. And I watched bits and pieces of the Kalos one with Serena and the gym leader guy and his sister. But I never fully watched that one because I didn't really watch TV at that point, and I didn't have access to any of the streaming services that had that. Okay, so here's the sad thing about me though. I wasn't allowed to watch or play Pokemon as a kid because my mother said that's for boys, so I don't get to do that. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon X because I went out of my way after school to the store and bought it with the money that I had earned from tutoring other students. I must have been 14 at that point. But yeah, that was my first real video game I played that wasn't Wii Sports or Mario Kart or my first wet clinic. So I also then watched the anime through. They used to have an app called Pokemon TV where all the old animes, the old Pokemon anime episodes were available for free. But it only went until Unova. Everything after Unova, like the X and Y one, wasn't on there, so that's why I didn't watch that one. But I watched the older ones. But I only watched them between 14 and 16 because I wasn't allowed to watch it before. Because my mom said Pokemon is for boys and Pokemon makes kids stupid, so I wasn't allowed to do that. My mom was very anti-video games. All my video game consoles and games I have, all gifts from my dad. My dad is definitely the cooler parent. No, I'm an only child, so there were no brothers or sisters or anything like that. And the boys in school all bullied me. They all bullied me because I was not pretty and I was good in school, which apparently to them was a reason to bully me. And I wasn't girly enough, so they bullied me because of that too. It was very weird. But it was fine. After elementary school, I switched to a girls-only school, and I had the best time. It was so much nicer. Well, I didn't always look like I do now, of course. I was a little bit overweight when I was younger, so I get that I wasn't pretty, but just because someone doesn't look good, you don't need to bully them. But oh well, I have no idea where they are in life at now, and I am here. So that's all right. There was this one girl. She wasn't in my class. She was in the other class, but in the same year as I. And she was allowed to have Pokemon games and watch Pokemon and all of that stuff. So sometimes during the break, we would hide away in one of the bushes and she would show me her Pokemon cards. We had to hide because if the boys saw us, they would bully us and say that we were not allowed to like Pokemon because we're girls. So And I remember she gifted me a Ponyta Pokemon card. And I was like, I was so excited about that. I don't have that card anymore, unfortunately. I have no idea what happened to it, but I still remember it. But yeah, I guess now I still play boy games, and I dress up like the characters from those games too, so I guess my mom's plan kind of backfired. Oh, she was cool, definitely. She was very sweet. She also really liked Wings Club. I always watched Wings Club when I was visiting her because she would have it on and we would watch it together. I didn't love Wings Club. I was a witch girl. I loved Witch, which is I guess a more edgier version of Wings, if you will. But yeah, I was a witch girl. But I can appreciate Wings for what it is. I guess so. I'm not the best at video games, admittedly. I'm pretty casual. But I enjoy playing games, even if I'm not the best at it. And with adult money, I can buy whatever games I want. I mean, I'm still, forcing myself to stick to what's reasonable to spend and have a budget, but I sure enjoy my video games now, and occasionally also anime and manga if I have the time for it. And of course, cosplay. And yeah, my family I think they're split on me doing cosplay, because on one hand, they sure do enjoy flexing on other parents that, oh yeah, my kid, she made that herself. She can sew, she can do this, she can do that. But at the same time, they're also like, oh, you're showing a lot of skin there. And oh, but don't only kids play that? So, it's like a mix. I think generally I play more single player games because I always care about the story a lot, the story and the characters. So most of the things I play tend to be more single player focused, but I do enjoy some multiplayer games. I love me some Mario Party, some Mario Kart. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm a Nintendo girly. Splatoon, I also enjoy Splatoon. I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it. Ooh, GameCube from Japan. That's cool. Yeah, that's nice. I guess I've heard someone say once that as adults, we just use our money to make our child selves happy. And I think that's not wrong. I think that's kind of true. Hey, why would you not? I think anyone can enjoy stuff like makeup and nails. I don't think you can limit it to one gender or anything like that. Everyone should express themselves in a way that's fun to them. But alright, guys. I saw the time, and I do see it's 15 after midnight, and I did say I would stop, so I will say goodbye to you guys for now. Thank you so much, my dear sweeties, for being here tonight. I really appreciated chatting with you guys and being here for you guys. And I do hope that we can repeat this sometime. My goal is to do at least one stream a month, more if I have the time and opportunity for it. And until then, I absolutely hope you'll be there to watch my videos and hopefully enjoy them. I'm always happy to read comments and answer them, of course. And I hope you have a wonderful night and sweet dreams. Goodbye.